Alright, YouTube, we're back this time with another AMC technical analysis video, trading video. I'm going to be putting all these videos on a free playlist on the channel so it could actually show just separately. Going to be talking about how I secured 19% gains on this trade, specifically using the 5 and 12 EMA combination and the 34 and 50 EMA combination, along with the DMI indicator. The DMI indicator has the DI plus and the DI minus and the ADX all in one when it comes to the indicator, and actually shows what is in strength when it comes to the trend. So it's very, very beneficial for when you use EMAs and how to secure gains and how to actually follow the trend when it comes to the trade. So that's what I'm going to be showing today. Let's go to the first example right here. This was on May 27. When it comes to this day, I actually secured very early. So shout out to the people in Jane Colado's Discord. I usually be there when it comes to showing this. If you see this video, it's because you probably are on the Discord when it comes to that. But when it comes to that example, I'm going to be showing you how I secured these gains, because I think it's beneficial to see a free strategy and how it works. So as you can see on the picture, I'm going to be showing it on the Webull app as well, on the desktop app. But let's go to the picture first. On pre-market, right before 9:30 a.m., at 9:20, you see I have the 5 EMA activated, the 12 EMA activated. The 5 is the light blue. The 12 is the orange one. When it comes to the 34 right here on the mobile app, I have it as the green one. And the 50 is the one over here, the white one. As you can see, they're trending up at pre-market. So the next thing I want to look at is if they're trending up, the trend so far is indicating upwards. It could change, right? But so far it's indicating upwards in pre-market, right before the open. Excuse me. So when it comes to that, the ADX is 63. That means in pre-market, this trend is very, very strong. The ADX determines the strength of the trend when it comes to the DMI indicator. So we see the EMAs, which I just talked about, and signal when it comes to the colors, which one it is. And you can see it in the top right here. This is for AMC when it came to that day, not yesterday, May 27th. Now we go to the DMI. When it comes to the DI plus, it's talking about the bulls. When it comes to the DI minus, it's talking about the bears. So since the DI plus is over 25 and the DI minus is less than 25, it means that the DI plus is in control. It's well over 25 at 34 before the open, with the ADX showing the strength is at 63. So if the ADX is over 24 as well, and it's at 63, that means it's a very, very strong trend. So you have the EMA trending upwards in pre-market right before open. Then you have the ADX very, very strong, well over 24 at 63. Then you have the DI plus at 34, well over 25. So everything is signaling bulls have the strength and the control. So when I look at a red candle, I'm thinking to myself, yeah, but it's bouncing off the 5 and 12. Then I see this. Then I see this right here. Yes, it bounced off the 34 and 50. Because you can see right here, look at this wick. It bounced right off this right here. So these EMAs act as your support for the bounce. And if it was to be a downtrend, the opposite, it would act as resistance to keep falling down. But since we're in the uptrend, clearly because the DMI is showing you, okay, bulls keep control. And a very strong control, because ADX is well over 60. It's well over 24 at 63. So because it's like that, you can actually see that if you see a red candle, you're still more confident on it bouncing and trending upward for the overall trend on the day, because pre-market has such a strong strength when it came to the DMI. Not only that, you see it keeps bouncing off the EMAs. So the trend indicates upward, even if you see some red candles. So since that's the case, it's better for you to go with the trend than against it, right? Because you're not going to be able to calculate when is it going to be a red candle and exit right on time if you're going to trade counter trend, like going against the trend. So it's better for you to go with the trend. So that's when I answered the calls right at 9:30, right? And then I waited because it kept going with the 5 and 12 and over the 34 and 50 and never closed below the 34 and 50 on the 10 minute. Very important before I get to how I secured gains. Very important. This is the 10-minute with extended hours on. You always have to have extended hours on so you could actually tell what the pre-market right before open is telling you. If there's any part of the DMI that's actually with the strength. If both the DI plus and the DI minus is less than 25, it means that the trend is choppy. There's no actual trend sideways. If the DI plus is over 25, bulls are in control. If the DI minus is over 25, bears are in control. And ADX tell you how strong they're in control. So bulls are very in control. ADX over 63. The EMA is trending upwards, still bouncing over it. Very nice bounce right here. This is one of the clear candles that shows you bounce right off the 34 and 50 EMA, which act as support. Very important. You don't need to draw support and resistance lines. You can use the EMA 34 and 50 on the 10-minute with extended hours on. And the 5 and 12, which is the light blue and orange, those carry the candles, as you can see. So once I saw this big bounce right here, it was around 10. After 9:30, it was 10. And right around here, when it was green at that time, I secured my gains. And that's how I made, hold up, that's not that one. That's from May 26. That's how I made May 27 right here, 19.20%. May 27, 19.20%. That's how you use right there the strategy. Now let's go to the actual app. So this is May 27 again. So I'm going to show you right here. I have the DMI indicator against, once again, ADX over 24 is very strong. DI plus over 25 is bulls in control. DI minus over 25 is bears in control. In this case, look, right pre-market, you can tell it's pre-market because it's a lighter blue on the area shaded. So right here, even though it's a red candle, you see DI plus is 34. So bulls are in control. ADX is 63 like I showed on the screenshot. So very clearly, as you can see, DI plus is colored as green right here on the indicator. It shows that this whole time for the day, it was in control. DI plus on the 10-minute with extended hours on. Show extended hours. Very important. So since I know that as soon as it opens, I'm looking to actually enter the trade. So I entered the trade. Maybe somebody might be scared because they see this starts to wick, go lower over here. Wait till the candles close every single time. Very important. Because it had this massive bounce. And that's when you know. Very, very important. That's when you know that, okay, this is actually still trending upward because it bounced off the 34 and 50. So the trend remains upward. Follow the EMAs. They're your best friends right there when it comes to the trend. And that's when you've got this big bounce right here. And by 10:20, I was basically already out. Actually, earlier, around here, I was already out with 19.20% for the day. And as you can see, it kept bouncing off the 5 and 12 EMA, the lighter blue and the orange. All these candles kept bouncing off of them, and it never went below the 34 and 50. So that's your friend right there, the 34 and 50 for support and resistance. In this case, support for a bounce right here. And the 5 and 12 carry the candles like a wave. It carries the candles, looks like a cloud as well. Look at how much happened. Well over 18%, 17.99% for the whole day. Closed around here. Had I held, would have been like 40% for the calls. It doesn't matter. The whole point is to secure gains, and I secured gains well over 3 to 5%, which is what I look for. So I did secure 19.20%. I like 3 to 5% because I could compound my gains, reinvest them. And each time, if I keep making 3 to 5%, that's the goal for me personally. I could talk about that in the future about compounding gains, but that's very important. Hopefully you understand these EMAs. I like to use the stock RSI. Why? Because if I see the stock RSI is low, like over here, and it's bouncing off the EMAs with the trend being up, it probably is going to go even higher because the stock RSI is already low and it's already using this as support. So if it bounces from here and the stock RSI is low, that's probably the easiest trade you could get in, which clearly shows, look, easy right there. And the DMI still in control because it was DI plus at 33 and bulls with strength with the ADX at 32. That's my overall tutorial when it comes to that. Hopefully you enjoyed this video right here. Let me know down below in the comment section your thoughts. I'm out. Peace.